welcome to our channel Canada Voyage. Today's video is about what are the very essential things that you need to carry when you arrive in Canada on a PR. The things that I'm going to tell you today are going to be very handy for you, especially in the first few weeks of your arrival. Now, if you're someone like us who do not have any friends or family to support you when you arrive in Canada, then this video is for you. So let's begin. First of all, carry any spices or masalas that you generally use in your cooking. If you're fond of any flavored tea or coffee powders, do carry them along with you. Foremost important thing to carry is a couple of ready-to-eat mixes or the instant food mixes like the Maggi or Poha. This will be your rescue food, especially in the first 2 to 3 days of your landing. The next thing to carry is the cookware or the utensils. You can carry a cooker with additional gaskets, a tea strainer, a kadai, a roti pan or a dosa pan, a couple of spoons and plates. Ensure that all the cookwares or the utensils that you're getting here are flat bottomed, as the stoves here are flat topped like our induction stoves back home. With regard to mixer grinders, you can get them from your home country if you do have some baggage space. Ensure that you convert it into the voltage acceptable in Canada so that you do not ruin your mixer grinder once you use it here on a high voltage. The one that I bought in Canada was for $180 plus tax. It has 3 jars and is performing really well. The next most important thing that you need to carry with you is your driving license and the driving license extract. The driving license extract is a summary of your driving experience back in your home country. A couple of pointers that you need to be careful about while getting your driving license extract here is first the name. The name on the driving license extract should be exactly word by word as per your passport. Even a minor changes, maybe your initials or any changes in your name, it will not get accepted here. In the driving center will reject it right away. The second thing that you need to be cautious about is the seal on the driving license extract. The seal must be clearly legible, otherwise it will get rejected right away. If they do not consider your driving license extract, then you will have to wait a couple of months or about a year to give your G2 test, which is your driving test, after your G1 test, that is your knowledge test. Next thing that you need to carry is your laptop, along with a pen drive or hard disk, whatever you have. One of the important things that you need to carry with you is a travel charger, the Universal Worldwide Travel Charger. This is absolutely necessary for you to charge any of the electronic devices, may it be the mobile phones, the digital cameras or your laptops. The charger that I bought in Canada on an e-commerce site was $15 plus tax. Now, I did see them in Walmart for about $25 plus tax. So please do carry a travel charger because these are more economical back home. Prepare your resume in Canadian format and carry a couple of copies of it. You may not get any printing shops in every nook and corner of the street here. And Staples may be closer or far off from where you live. So it would be ideal to get a couple of prints. However, you must remember that it is necessary for you to rework on your resumes once you're here. So my recommendation would be to buy a printer once you start your job hunt. Some of the print shops charge you a bomb for the printouts. So once you have a printer, it will be very handy for you. Prints are needed whenever you apply for any of the benefits at Service Canada. So either get a printer or find a job first to print. If you're planning to come to Canada during the fall or summer, do carry a leather jacket with you. A PU leather jacket with an inner fur lining would be ideal to withstand the fall and the early winter conditions in Ontario. Once you're here, you can shop for a good winter jacket. I would not suggest you to carry any of your winter clothing back from your home country. Do carry some track pants because, as you know, jeans tend to get colder during the colder season here. If you're working in an industry with a formal dress code, please do get some blazers and a couple of white shirts, and that should do. Next, if you're a parent coming to Canada with your kids, do carry all the general medications that you generally provide to your child back home. like the fever, the cold, the cough medications. Ensure that the date of expiry is longer from the date of purchase. Getting a family doctor here itself could be time consuming. However, a pediatrician is considered to be a specialized service. So getting a pediatrician appointment is a very difficult task. Please do not forget to carry your immunization record of the child. The doctors here would like to know what are the immunizations that have been given to the child back home, especially because there are a couple of vaccinations which are mandatory in Canada, which are not, especially in India. Immunization charts are also mandatory for submissions during the school admission. Also, even in case of a daycare, they would definitely require the immunization chart to be updated and signed off. So please do not forget to carry your immunization records. In respect of schooling, the kids will undergo a knowledge test before he or she is admitted into the regional school. Kids in India are taught way beyond what is required for the test here. So in terms of tests, you do not worry at all, they will be through. Carry a collapsible stroller from your home country. You will not be able to walk a mile with your kids in your arms, and initial days, trust me, you will have to do a lot of walking. When you book your cabs, please make sure that you have a discussion with your driver if they have enough car seats for your children. Otherwise, they will not let you board the car. Once you buy a car here, you can always buy your car seats. However, do remember, car is not a luxury here, it is a necessity. Carry a couple of full sleeve dresses for your children especially, and for yourself. The schools here do have heating facilities, however they do mandate that the children wear full sleeve shirts so that it can keep them warm during the class hours. So do carry a couple of full sleeve dresses along with you. Carry a woolen monkey cap if you have, so that it can protect your child completely during the winters when you take them out. Load a minimum of 2,000 Canadian dollars into your Forex cards or your travel cards. ATMs are slightly difficult to find here, and if you do find one, there are charges for withdrawal of any amounts from any other ATMs other than your home bank ATM. Do carry some currency in different denominations, and this will be especially handy for you wherever the cards are not accepted. I think I've pretty much covered everything that you need in the initial days of landing. If you like the content of my channel and the videos, please do like and subscribe and ring the notification icon. If you have any comments, please do feel free to write in the comment section, or you can alternatively write to me on my email ID that I would leave in the description box. So thank you for watching, and see you soon in my next video. Take care and bye-bye.